Hey guys, it's Jay. Jay loves film. And today I wanted to talk about Emilia Perez. It's been on Netflix for a little while and I was recently able to check it out. To start, I went into watching the film not really knowing what it was about. I was aware that it had gotten quite a few award nominations, so I was curious to see what it was fully about. If you're unfamiliar, Emilia Perez focuses on a lawyer, Rita, who feels unfulfilled in her career as she's part of defending cases crimes related to prominent figures. She's offered an opportunity to work for a cartel kingpin, Manitas, who wants to begin a new life after they are able to undergo gender affirming surgery. Rita agrees and helps arrange a plan for Manitas to undergo a surgery and for their wife, Jessie, and their children to be moved to Switzerland as Manitas plans to fake their death. Years later, Rita meets Emilia, who wants to reunite with her children, so Rita helps arrange for Jessie and their children to be brought back to Mexico City. The film then takes a turn as Emilia begins an organization with Rita to help families of victims of the cartel to find their bodies and have closure. This was sparked by running into a woman who wanted to know what happened to her missing child. Jessie, on the other hand, rekindles a past relationship with Gustavo, of whom she was seeing before being moved to Switzerland. This escalates when Jessie admits to Emilia that she plans on marrying Gustavo, which leads to a big argument as Jessie plans on moving away with the children, which upsets Emilia and confuses Jessie, as she was told only that Emily was Manita's family member. Jessie leaves, which upsets Emilia, who then cuts off Jessie's financial access. This leads to Gustavo and Jessie kidnapping Emilia with the intent on getting back the money Jessie had access to. The commotion leads to Jessie learning that Emily was Manita's. However, while fighting Gustavo, Jessie and Gustavo crash the car, causing the death of Emilia, Jessie, and Gustavo. The overall idea of the film was quite intriguing to me. However, I feel as though there was too many ideas formed into one plot. For example, I didn't mention this yet, but if you're unaware, the film was also a musical. Without trying to sound too harsh, this movie is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of musicals. At many moments, the musical performances take away from a lot of the emotional aspects and certain scenes from the film, and at moments distracts from the plot. Two examples I can think of: Rita meets Manitas, and when Manitas is explaining their plans, they suddenly begin to almost rap slash talk to Rita. It completely disturbed the scene to the point I question if I missed context that was needed for parts of the film. Another scene includes when Rita is interviewing doctors. When she meets with a doctor that is eventually accepted, mid conversation, they break out into another song in which the doctor originally doesn't want to do the surgery, seemingly as if they don't agree with gender identity surgery. This doesn't make sense to me because I assumed we're aware that was the point of Rita meeting with them to begin with. Song or dialogue make it seem more like they don't agree with the idea of gender affirming surgery, rather than what I think the film's intention was, which was to show instead that the doctor believed that Amelia wasn't fit for surgery due to wanting to escape her current life, rather than affirming her gender identity. Either way, there are some songs I did think added to the film, such as when Amelia is talking to one of her children, who is comforted by me as they remind them of Manitas, as they believe that he has passed. There's also the song when Rita meets Amelia in London, which Rita assumes Amelia is there to get rid of her due to knowing her full identity. However, Amelia rather wants to connect with her and her children. Either way, I think the way that they chose to introduce the music took away from the film. I think I could have enjoyed it more if it wasn't included. There's also a part that confuses me with how Amelia has connects that are supposed to help her organization. She mentions them being corrupt. There isn't much discussion on how Amelia met these people. If she has a complete new identity, as people would know that she was previously a part of the cartel. I also heard discussions on the accents, some of the characters, particularly Jessie, Selena Gomez's character. I can't fully explain this as Spanish isn't my first language, so I can't fully pick up on odd pronunciations or accents. However, she does keep this tone that sounds similar to Esme from Emperor's New Groove, almost in a witchy tone. I wonder if she was attempting to sound older in a way, but I'm honestly not sure if that was intentional or not. The standout of the film was the cast, but overall, the film has an intriguing plot, but with a questionable execution. If you have seen the film, what are your thoughts? Also, if you have a TV show or movie you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. Until next time, bye!